student or even year 4. Okay, so I hope you will enjoy the course. Haven't mentioned that, but I must tell you that the course content can be boring. Okay, and then I hope you can help us to make it interesting by more interaction as far as practicable. Okay, so let me tell you what I plan to do for these 3 hours. Okay, so you can see from the agenda for today, I aim to complete all of them, but if there are difficulties in doing all this, I will leave it to next week, simply because we have a 3-hour classes. The advantage of 3-hour classes for me is I have more flexibility in switching between tutorial and lecture. But the disadvantage for all of you will be you will feel boring. Okay, so as I said, the lecture content are very straightforward and boring. That's why you need to tolerate me for 3 hours. Okay, so later on when I talk about the coursework assessment and choices, then you can see what will go to get the okay. Let me there is also a topic later on one week I will ask you to complete 3 short questions. Okay, very short questions here. I try to make it as a simple game. Okay, and then AJ told out there will be times when you announcement remind you of times for the contact information. And after these basic things, the pre-lecture things, and then I will ask you to sign attendance. And in order for you to make up your mind whether you stay or if you got choices, okay. For some other G courses, I will tell you what you need to do for the whole semester. And of course, everything continue the course online, but I try to just make it reorganize the information and let you know about what you need to do. And throughout the whole semester, there will be presentations, and that's why you need to form group. Even though I give you a short notice, this morning I sent out an email to alert you. Yes, in week 1 or week 2, we need to form group, depending on our progress. And for the group, you need to carry out presentation, critique, and written report on an individual basis. Anyway. And then, of course, in the last part of the 3 hours, we will work on, I will lecture on the boring content, something like this. Okay, so at this moment, anybody have any questions? If you have questions, just let me know. Or I try to make it interactive to make sure I am talking to people, not talking to a computer, to a machine. So far, even though we haven't started anything yet, is there anything you want to ask me? So if you have no question, and then could you please just help me to make it interactive? Type no. And then if you have questions, yes, thank you, Jasper. You're always so lovely, all right? And then you have questions, let me know, even though we haven't started anything yet. Somebody already asked me, talking about what is the password for attendance. Yes, I will tell you, don't worry. Okay, so this is my agenda item. I am still at the beginning, introductions only, and then I will tell you later about the password. Okay, so so far only one response. Thank you, Jasper. And then also, let me see in the chat room. Okay, let me start. So I will take away this one, give you a few minutes, and try to complete a question here. Okay, so hold on. Okay, maybe I use this one as well. Okay, so you can scan the QR code. This is just a survey, a questionnaire. All right, try to scan it and then try to complete the questions. Okay, so scan it first, and then I will go to that particular page and then tell you what you need to do. Okay, so I will take this away for the time being. In case you miss the QR code, you can let me know again. hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me try to do something first. Give me a few seconds. Okay, I'm now copying the link to the website. Hold on. I cannot see the code. Okay, no problem. I will show you again. Okay, so let me try to do something first. Okay, thank you for telling me that you can see the QR code. No problem. I'm still not quite familiar with the Zoom meeting. Okay, hold on. Later on, don't worry. Okay, so everybody got the QR code? Try to scan it. Okay, thank you, Jim. Okay, scan it now, and then let me try to show the page to you, and then explain what you need to do. Okay, so after you have scanned the QR code, you will see the heading of DGE 3622. Of course, give me your full name, and then there are 3 questions. Just a general survey. As a starting point, as a warm up. So, question 1, whether what? Okay, ask me to show it again. Okay, hold on. Let me just explain in case somebody already scanned it. All right, let's explain. So, after filling in your full name, so question 1, talk about now you are year 2, year 3, year 4, and then after you finish your bachelor degree, what you plan to do? Continue education such as master degree, or start working, or start your own business. And then if you have other mind, even if you want to go overseas, of course, this is continue education. This is question 1. So question 2, which related to our topic today, even though you are not planning to start your business, doesn't matter. But to your understanding, if people who finish their degree, finish their education, they start business, and then what are the possible reasons? And then you can name as many as possible because of money, because of anything. All right. And also, if people who want to go for a businessman, businesswoman, okay, I will show the QR code again. Don't worry. Okay, let me explain first. So, question 3, and then you just try to imagine if I want to be a businessman, businesswoman, and later on I'll call it entrepreneur, and then what should be the basic quality, what should be the basic features, something like this. Okay, so I explained that, and then later on I'll show the QR code again because people may have already scanned it, so that's why I need to explain. So I will take away this one now and go back to the QR code. Okay, now I'll stay the QR code for a while so that you can scan and answer the questions. Okay, so I'll shut up for a few minutes and try to answer the question right as much as you can, talking about the reason, the features, characteristics. Okay, once again, this QR code is for quick survey, not the attendance. Okay, so in case you just, sorry, I got a message wrong, not to only one person, but for all of you. Let me do it again. those just come in. This is the agenda item. Now you are working on a pre-class short questionnaire. And later on, I show you another QR code for taking attendance. No need to ask me password now because I will show you, I will tell you later on. Okay, so we'll do it one by one. I am now still in agenda item number 1. Okay. And this is the QR code for the pre-class survey. If you encounter any difficulties, type in the chat room, let me know, or even turn on the microphone to tell me. So I hope you have already scanned the QR code. Let me stop sharing about this one, and then I will go to the. Okay, so far, thank you. There are 4 responses, and we have quite a lot of students here, talking about 30. So it may take time. So keep doing this. Try to answer the question, which will be warm up about. Okay, I've done this. So thank you, Jasper. Yes, you are so lovely. Okay, we have 8 now, which is good. Okay, so up to this moment, we have had about 70% will look for job to start your career. But go on. Okay, we have a 30 student here. Okay, done. Thank you, Helen. All right, which is good. Thank you for giving me response. I love this kind of interaction. And then somebody haven't decided yet, and also 28% will continue education. Well, seems quite a lot. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Now, 16. Let me see question 2. I think you are now also seeing the survey results. Okay, so do not want the boring 9 to 5. Yes, people hate being that. Want to be an entrepreneur. Good. This is all about for this course. Want to work on something you are interested in. Yes, this is part of our natural content. Okay, more flexible on time and work environment. Good. Love to earn money. Yes, everybody want money. Everybody needs money. All right. Achieve goal and dream. Yes. Economic freedom. Some people say economical freedom, but there may be a possibility that you will lose money. Okay, sorry for saying such bad thing, but you never know. Okay, so we will talk about that later on. Money, dream, operate. Let me see. Operate long-term business opportunities. They might want to be boss and chase their dream. Wow. Yes. You already have done something which related to the lecture notes later on. Okay, in the second half of this class, 3 hours. And then interest, dislike about the office work. Yes, sometimes people hate sitting in the back office 9 to 5 as an OL, as an office worker. And now we have 19, so we have 20 students, so it's about 2/3. I hope more people will write something as a warm-up, because later on you will see that what you said is related to our course content for today. And what should be the characteristic or ability? Independent, strong mind, creative. Yes, creative is our keyword. Persist. Very good. I love you all. These are the words that we will be using in the upcoming lecture in the second half. Good planning, finance management, clear target. Yes, true. Persistent on goal. Yes, 2 persons so far say persistent. Being smart, good education background, ability to lead people. Yes, creative again, good observation on the market trend, communication skills, knowledge, and good social network. Okay, so far 23, very good. So I'll leave it for another 2-3 minutes. Try to do something, and then what you said will appear again. Okay, and see whether yes, exactly this is from the theory of entrepreneurship. All right. Okay, I will leave it for another 2 minutes. I try to complete that so far 24. What they good at. Interest, dislike about office work, don't want to work for others. Don't want to work for others mean you want to be a boss. Okay, yes. Maybe some pressure of employment, yes. Don't be blamed by boss. Yes, there are a lot of crazy bosses all around in Hong Kong, in the world. So you better to be your own boss. You become a normal or a good boss. Maybe they want to work freely and then do something really they want to do. Yes, interest in some unique industry. Yes, maybe true, good. Characteristic-wise, leadership, good planning skill, communication skills, marketing skills, good education background. The hardest to be from here. Have a clear mind. Understand how to operate the market. They have yes, understand the market conditions, etc. They have access to something goal. Yes, very good. Okay, so now we have 24, 30, so it seems quite a good one. Okay, no problem. No problem. So, sharing, you see, all these output from you, and see whether it matches with the theory you will be learning later on. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let me go back to the track. So I will put this for the time being, and later on show the again theory. Okay, let me go back to okay, so you are facing the state of okay, so we so question here. Thank you for your input, which is interesting, right? Okay, so I want to number one, right? You should have done that already last semester, but you haven't really done so. Let me just try to remind you. Okay, so I'm hold on. I'm here now. Okay, so the course outline, I mentioned that if the deadline, the due date is 5:30, 2 p.m., etc. All what I mentioned is local time, Hong Kong time. Some of you may be from China, some of you are most of you are Hong Kong people, some of you from Asian country, or even if you're Hong Kong people, because we are UOW College Hong Kong, the default Moodle site may be the Australian time, and that's why I make sure you convert. And then I don't want to have the reason when you submit your assignment late, you tell me, Jito, sorry, mine is the Australian time, blah blah blah. Okay, that's why last semester I think your teacher already alert you if you didn't aware or nobody alert you. Now Jito here to alert you. Change your time zone. Okay, in your Moodle site, in your personal profile to Hong Kong time. So when you submit, turn it in, everything is Hong Kong time. Okay. All right. So the second announcement about the content detail requirement. What does it mean? Hold on. Okay. So let's move on. So talking about the required information. From the course outline, you can see that yes, these are all my content. And then in the top part, the page for the course outline, and also I mentioned my official consultation hour will be Tuesday 4 p.m., Wednesday 3 p.m. But I must emphasize, as in that I am not only available in these 2 hours. My timetable has been uploaded onto the Moodle site. You can get all the contact information. And Jito is here to help you. Jito is not here to hurt you. So always welcome consultation before you prepare for your coursework, and then to ensure you have done a good job, you have good results. Okay, at least ensure you won't fail. Okay, so no point for J2 to fail anybody. In case you fail, you fail yourself. Don't tell people J2 fail you, because J2 try to provide 100% customer service. Try to help you throughout the whole process, and that's why apart from this consultation hour, if I have no class, you can make a comment from me. Okay, so that make sure you can do the job for maybe to meet face to face, so that each other facial expression in each laws, because that's more area that's and then if you want to make an appointment, no problem. So you go to the Festival Walk Office Tower entrance, which is outside the city, the ice skating rink, and then you need to register at the lobby, and then they will give you a sticker saying visitor, and then you come up and talk to me, go to the Faculty of Business. Okay, some of you don't belong to Faculty of Business, but we are on the same floor with others, your language, one humanity, faculty, etc. All right, so face to face. And of course, you say, well, the weather is cold, I don't want to leave home. And also because of COVID-19, so that you can also make an appointment with me, go to the same website here, or my personal room, and then we can talk alone or with your group mate, depends on what type of question you want to ask. So we can also arrange a Zoom meeting, Zoom consultation. And of course, you still can call me, telephone me, and also email to me. Okay, so what I want to say now here is please read the red color and follow instruction. Basically, I can tell you I am teaching 4 subjects now, okay, in this semester. And then in order to avoid miscommunication, you need to tell me your full name. Don't just tell me you are Mary, Peter, Susan, because there may be a lot of Mary, Peter, Susan from this class and from other subjects. And also study subject. So you must tell me, yes, I am Diamond Peter. I am studying 3622. Okay. Reason for that is, as I said, I'm teaching 4 subjects, and one of the other subject, which is also entrepreneurship for associate degree. So I teach similar subject for associate degree and for bachelor degree. In order to avoid miscommunication, and you better tell me, okay, I'm asking you about entrepreneurship, but I am in the degree courses about DGE 3622, something like that. Okay, and of course, you should also tell me your registration number. So the CRN, the class registration number here is 10873. Okay, 10873. Okay, so you will use this as a password later on. Okay, so if you email me, don't just tell me, Jito, I want to ask you entrepreneurship. And then I don't know whether you are under DGE or under the associate degree courses, okay, which may be a little bit different. And that's why I want to make sure I don't answer you wrongly. I want to make sure I am doing the right thing in the right way, okay? And also, if you try to telephone me, and in case I'm away from my desk, I cannot answer the question, I can answer your call, and then, yes, when you leave a message, don't just say, hey, Jito, I want to ask you a question. Call me back. Thank you. Bye-bye. And then how do I know who you are? What subject you are talking about? Because I may have had this call at the same time. And that's why it would be better if I can answer the call. You say, I am a student of DG 3672. I am Diamond Peter. My contact number is 9923457. And then I can call you back. If you just say, Jito, call me back, urgent, and then you hang up, and then I have no idea who you are, and then don't blame me that, hey, Jito, I leave a message and you never return call to me, because I want to return call, but I have no way whether you belong to which class, who are you, okay? Don't assume the caller ID because I may have 10 missed calls or something like that, okay? So this is about the contact information, which this information have been contained in the course outline. So try to follow the instruction. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. Right? Okay. If I'm going too fast, let me know. So we KO this one. Thank you for your participation. And the time zone, Hong Kong time. Contact information, name, subject. Okay, and also the CRM. And then if you leaving a message, also contact number. Something wrong with my mouse. Okay, that's why I always have something like this. All right, so this is the second item. I now KO the second one. So time for the third item. And they ask you to carry out the attendance twice as required by some external requirement. Suppose 2 hours for the lecture, 1 hour for the tutorial. But at this moment, yes, somebody already go to the website, but you ask me what is the password. Okay, let me show you. In case I can also show you the QR code with the password. Hold on. Okay, here, where am I? Stop showing. Give me a few seconds. Okay, so here is the QR code. You can log on anytime during these 2 hours. The password, student password is the CRM course registration number, which is 10873. Okay, and if you have finished taking the attendance, once again, I always want interaction. You can type DONE done in the chat room so that I know, okay, most of you have completed attendance taking, and then I can move on. Thank you, Judy. Okay, Joshua White. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. Okay, Adil. Okay, Adil, whatever. Okay, Jing. Right. Yes, good. Thank you, Irvington. All right, yes, correct. Thank you. All right, so quite a lot of you have done that, and then I'll take away the QR code. This QR code is for attendance. The QR code before that is for survey. Thank you. All right. Let me also see. We have 27 responses, which is very good. Thank you. I love you all. Smart entrepreneur, idea, creative. Very good. Yes. All right. And we'll lecture on that and we'll see, okay, what you have input is quite similar, or what you said is even more than the lecture, than the theory. So you will be a good entrepreneur, maybe. Okay, so let's finish that. Okay. Now, we complete the first 3 items. So go to the 4th item. All right, the 4th item is about the coursework assessment task. Even though what I'm going to tell you is exactly mentioned in the course outline, but I try to reorganize in a better way. So we KO the first 3 items. Do it. Okay, now we are here. Okay, our coursework assessment task. Let's take a look. Okay, so in the past, we have midterm tests. We also have final exam, which the workload is quite heavy. But now, because of COVID-19, this semester, it is a little bit easier. I can tell you the workload has been reduced as compared with the normal face-to-face. So let me tell you what to do, what you will be doing. There will be the midterm test, there the final exam. So basically, 2 major items, but the 2 major items break into different parts. All right, so the 2 major items is presentation and case study and business plan. All right. Okay, so as mentioned in the course outline, there are 2 major directions. The first one is on a group basis. Okay, that's why we need to form group. That's why I sent you email this morning. So each group will have about let me see, 4 members, all right, because depending on class size, we have about 31, which is 32 times 8 presentation, 432, all right, 4 members. And then you need to work on a case studies for the presentation. And while one group is presenting the case, and then the other group will serve as a critique, try to comment, try to challenge, because I want interaction, because we try to learn from each other. So on a group basis, there are 40%, okay, work on a case, and then while one group working on the case, the other group need to also read the case and give comment. And that's why, theoretically speaking, you need to work on 1.5 cases. Okay, 1.5 means the full case, you need to read it inside out, upside down, because there is a 30% presentation. And then after that, you may also need to work on a critique. And for the critique, you don't need to really work in much detail. You need to understand the case background and comment on what other people have done. This is why I call 0.5. All right. So case study on a group basis, and which will be carried out from week 3. As I said, my mouse got some problem. Week 3 to week 10. A total of 8 presentations. Ugly handwriting, cannot write clear. Okay, 8 presentations. Okay, and then after week 10, what about week 11 and week 12? Later on, and then everybody need to do an individual presentation. The individual presentation is to help you or help each other to have a better performance in the business plan. So let me, let me try to get the color right. Okay, so throughout the course or at the end of the course, you will be required to submit a written report or a business plan. You have a creative idea. Creative is the key word throughout the whole course. You must be creative, and then try to have an innovative idea to have a new product. And then you have good idea, but you have no money, and that's why you need to write a business plan to reach people like Li Ka-shing or some people, so that you got an idea, but you are only 21 years old, 22 years old. You have no money to fulfill your dream, so you need to write a proposal to some rich people so that they can give you money. All right, and then with the creative idea about the innovative, product, and then there may be some problem. That's why when you present your product idea in the way you sell your innovative idea to all the classmates, hopefully the classmates will say, hey, no good, no good. Hey, very good, very good. And then they will comment on what you have done and give you some suggestions. So after your presentation to me, to all the classmates, and then people may be able to give you a very constructive improvement, so that you can write a business plan which account for 40%, almost half of the cost. And of course, why it occupies such a high proportion, a great weight, simply because you need to make use of all the theory concept you have learned from week 1 to week 12, or from week 1 to week 10 or something. So this is what you need to do. What I said earlier, yes, case study and creative product, that is the 2 major directions. Case study break into presentation and critique. And then your creative product break into a short presentation individually. Everybody got your own product idea. And then all the classmates will listen to all the presentation and comment on each product, so that with student comment, with gentle comment, you can do a better job in the business plan. Okay? To conclude, case study plus business plan is the major item that you will be doing. Okay? All right. so far at this moment, once again, I will keep on asking you to type something because I want to make sure you are still awake or just joking. Okay, you are still alive. All right. So any particular question so far? If you have no question, you can type no. If you have question, just ask the question. All right. So I hope throughout the whole semester, I will keep on asking you. No, thank you, Jasper. No question, no question. Thank you, Helen. Okay. Yes, Jeffrey and all of these people. Yes, Sec. Okay, Lo Ying. Okay, thank you. All right, I can move on then. I hope this is clear to you, even though everything is in course line. So with all these, let me try to reorganize again in a chronological order. And later on, you will know that Jato is the person who wants to make things systematic, or in the negative side, Jato 有強迫症嘅. Okay, so I want to make sure everything are in order, all right? So to repeat what I said just now, but in a different setting, all right? So week 3 to week 10, we have anyway, doesn't matter. 強迫上嚟啦，我一定要用同顏色啦。Okay, so we have a total of 8 presentation, something like this. All right, and then all the presentation cases have been uploaded. The idea is that I presume you do not want to buy textbook. You are willing to spend $8,000 for iPhone 12, but not $300 on a textbook. I understand. I try to put myself in your shoes. That's why I don't force you to buy a textbook. Okay. And then even though all the cases are from the textbook, but I try to provide you not only 100%, but 200% customer services. And that's why all the cases have been uploaded. And later on, we will decide the schedule after we form the group. And that's why I email you early in the morning, try to get things done in a faster way. Anyway, so everybody need to, not everybody, all the group, okay, need to do a case study presentation, 30%. And then another group will do the critique. Okay, so that's why the time frame is the same, week 3 to week 10. So that is on a group basis. And after we complete stage 1 with all these presentation on case studies, and then the second half or the later part will be on product idea. Everybody need to have introduced a new product that never appeared in Hong Kong before. It must be innovative, creative. All right, and then everybody try to sell the creative product idea to all the classmates, so that classmates can comment to give you suggestion. Hey, your product doesn't work, no good. Or yes, it's good, but there are still room for improvement. All right. So you need to present, and people try to help you, help each other to give comment. So after you got all the variable constructive comment, and at the end, as a summary, you try to apply all the knowledge, all the theory you have learned, 施展渾身解數, okay, to tell people, to tell me, not people, okay, to tell me I have learned something, I apply all the theory, and also I'm trying to be creative to write a business plan of 40%. Okay, so this is what you need to do throughout the whole semester. I hope in day 1, in the first hour of our week 1 lecture tutorial, I have told you, yes, this is what you need to do, okay? All right, and also before I forget, now we have 3-hour classes. As I mentioned, good to me because I have flexibility, and then bad to you because you need to listen to stupid Jato ugly voice for consecutive 3 hours. And then I apologize for that. I know that my voice is terrible, but it's out of my control, all right? Especially today, I'm not feeling well. Anyway, I got some problem with my nose. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so we have presentation on case studies, and then creative product idea, and this written report, a business plan. So let me just tell you, first part, the red button presentation. Okay, and then you need to form a group, but let me tell you what are the requirements, and then so that you can identify your partner group name. Let's move on. So we need to form a group of 4. 4 is the magic number, and then I'm not quite sure whether somebody will drop, somebody will come in. I cannot control all this. At this moment, we have 31 students. So that's why, theoretically speaking, we should have 3 students per group, and then times 8 presentation. Sorry, 4. Okay, 4 students per group with 8 presentation, and then it comes up to say 32. Now we have 31. So one group will only have 3. But suddenly, if instead of 31, we have 33, and then there will be a group with 5. And I cannot say anything now. It is still under approval period. After I told all this in week 1, you say, hey, J2 is stupid, J2 is 7-head, and then I don't want to attend this course. And if I have choices, I may go to other classes, other GE courses. And that's why I need to tell you the rule of the game in day 1, and you decided whether you stay or leave, or you have no choice. And then sorry, I am the only lecturer tutor here. Okay, so you need to form a group of 4. All right, and then see whether we can do this 10-20 minutes later. And then you need to carry out presentation of 25 minutes, and all these requirements I will tell you again later on, just as some logistic arrangement. Okay, so I will upload this file later on and also explain in week 2 after we settle down the the group presentation schedule. Okay, so another important point I would like to raise now is from the earlier one, you see that you will have presentation plus critique. So the critique, whether especially those who are not coming from Faculty of Business, it may be from Arts and Humanity or others. So the critique one will be if Group A is presenting, and then there may be a Group D, Group E, they are doing the critique. So one of the requirements is the presentation group should send to the critique group 48 hours in advance of what they have done, the presentation material, so that they can spend 2 days to read what you have done. And then after your presentation, the critique group will challenge you with the question what you have done. And then how to challenge, I will give more detail, but just give you a prelim idea at this moment about presentation and critique. So presentation PowerPoint slide, these are the requirements. I will cover that in the next 2 weeks. And then for critique group, hold on. Let me jump to that first. Okay, so for the critique group, you also need to handle the material to see whether they have done something good or not. So these are the critique requirements. Once again, I will not go into detail at this point of time, simply because after you form the group, I can provide you more guidance. I want everybody do a good job. Okay, so this is the presentation and critique. And then also later on, while we will have a presentation start in week 3, I will provide you more information how to get a good grade. Okay, for this time being, let me just share with you one key point first. And I extract something from the course outline, which is part of the course outline from page 4. You can see from here, we have 8 presentation starting from week 3 to week 10. So with all these presentation, the case have been provided. For example, here, in week 6, later on when you put a draw or you decided when is your presentation week, and then if you presented week 6, the case you need to work on is case 4.2. 4.2 means that you need to at least apply the theory from chapter 4. So if people presented week 5, you work on case 3.2, which means that which is related to chapter 3, and all the presentation, in order to make it fair, everybody need to answer 3 questions at the end of the case. Even though there might be 5, 6 questions, but to be fair, answer 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 questions only. Okay, sometimes people are absent-minded, always commit mistakes, and that's why it would be better for me to make clear to you, and then to have a fair workload. All right. For example, in week 6, if you work on a company called Tom's, just for example, and then at the end of the case, there are 4 questions. Sometimes they even have 5, 6 questions. But as I said just now, if you are working on Tom's, and then you need to answer chapter 4, 38, 39, 40, 38, 39, 40. That's it. You don't need to answer that question. So all the group will answer 3 questions. Just a reminder to you. So when you try to pick the cases, and if you really care to look at the content and see which one you think you feel interest, and then this is the one that I need to alert you. Okay, about in week 5, the case is called Embrace Infant Warmer, and then Tom's, Warby Parker, etc., etc. Okay. Okay, so having mentioned that, and here are the basic concept of how I grade you. And once again, I will explain in detail later on, but just give you a preliminary idea so that you can decide that, what will be your next 12 weeks. In order to grade you, we have a so-called rubrics. The rubrics are in the course outline assessment form, but there are thousands of words inside the assessment form, and that's why I just try to make it simple to you. As Jato always say, Jato style, always try to make things into systematic, okay, convicting, and then if you answer the question correctly, handle the case correctly, you pass. But you may say, I want to graduate with distinction. I don't just want pass. No problem. And then for the so-called written part, you need to make sure you do the right thing. And for presentation, you need to do the right thing in the right way. So I also need a good presentation skills. Try to train you up. After you graduate, you might present your idea to your boss, to your colleagues, even your client, and that's why through your bachelor degree, we try to train you up with a good presentation skills, and creativity is also one of the key words for entrepreneurship. You will learn about this later on, and also try to make things interactive as well, and also have an independent thinking. Okay, so these are the assessment criteria. And of course, you say, hey, this is only week 1. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Jato. No problem. As time goes on, I will give you more details on this. Okay? Okay. And later on, I will also upload what are Jato's expectations on your presentation. So all this will be elaborate. Okay? So up to this moment, this is what I want to say concerning the coursework assessment task. And repeat once again, for the coursework assessment task, you need to work on 2 major areas. One is case study. Case study, you need to do a presentation plus critique. And then the creative product idea, presentation, critique, and a business plan, a business proposal, and try to beat money because you have good idea, something like this. Okay? And then as what you have seen, our presentation will be scheduled from week 3 to week number 10. Okay, so now your active participation is required. And in the next half an hour, I would like to see whether you can form a group of 4 and then decide the presentation schedule and critique schedule. Okay, so even though you may not have sufficient time, but for the time being, I hope we don't make it a mess. All right, so this will be the final outcome of the presentation schedule and critique. Week 11, 12, 13 will be the CPI, creative product idea, right? Okay, so at this moment, I already spent 15 minutes on that. So now the time is 3:55. I'll give you 5 minutes break. And during this 5 minutes break, you can, in the chat room, private, public, talk to other people. You know, especially you are in the same program, you may have some friends. So you can propose 4 names to me at this moment. And later on, you can fill in the group formation form. Okay, so break time now. And then back at 4 p.m. Oops, hold on. Okay, break time now. Back at 4 p.m. Also, make good use of these several minutes. Try to type in the chat room or turn on your microphone to tell me who are the 3 members, a total of 4 in the group you want to group with. So tentatively, we have something solid in hand. If we cannot complete that today, I need to do it in week 2. But the presentation start with week 3, and to see whether we can complete the task. So people who work in week 3, you have more time to prepare. Okay, so break time now. Me to Mark. Go ahead. Okay, so if you got a group, if you have, you know, a team leader or somebody, just turn on microphone and tell me, okay, item 1, 10, 15 in a group, blah, blah, blah. So that easier for me. Otherwise, I don't need to search and take a long time. I try to make things more effective, efficient. Go ahead and turn. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Item 1 係咪？
係。
And then
跟住17。
17, and then I will move on to later on.
跟住20。
And then
25。
25. So 4 in the group, right?
跟住29。
Okay, you got 5?
係啊。
Okay, so I cannot guarantee anything. Okay, so let's wait and see. What is the remaining number? 29, right? Okay, so as I said, I cannot approve anything now. Okay, so if some other group they got 3 and 3, and then you can have 5, and you know, I give you the freedom to choose. All right. So another one, turn on microphone, please.
7。
Hold on. And
28。
and
31。
how many? Only 3, right?
同埋30。
30。
咦？阿 Sir， 唔好意思啊，好似同你嗰個唔係好
即係我 send 俾你嗰個唔同啊，你意思係？
等先，31、30。
I think I use
27啦，唔係28、27啦，唔該。
睇翻先。
咁樣係咪？
係啊，唔該。
OK， 唔好客氣，啱啱。
係。
Number 7 is not in this group.
Hold on, one by one.
你上去先。
OK，that I will scroll down.
係6號啊，唔係7號啊，唔該。
Am I correct?
係
Okay, so number
correct.
6, and then
Thank you.
4 person, all right? And Jasper, and okay, and also Wu and Heap. Thank you. Okay, next one. Turn on microphone, please.
第三組3、9、21、28。
Okay, the mark 6 number are
3、
3,
9、
number 9,
21、28。
Okay, thank you very much. Next one.
5,
Hold on. 5,
7, 10.
Okay, for the time being, 3, right?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, so supposed to be 4. Sorry, hold on. Okay, next one.
我哋組都係得3個，就係8、12同22。8、12。
22. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Later on, I will try to reduce and then see. Okay, so far we have 5 group, and who else want to?
呢度4個。
Okay, go ahead.
4號、11、18、26。
Hold on. 11.
11
and 18.
18
And then
26.
26.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir,
Any more? Yes,
Sir.
go ahead.
13,
Hold on. 13. Here.
and 16, 19, and 24. Thank you.
Thank you.
阿 Sir，
係啊。
第
Hold on.
2啊。
It's number 2, right?
跟住14、15
Hold on. Number 2, 14.
係同15。
And 15. And then
暫時係咁多。
暫時 okay.
係。
So anybody now, I try to reduce. I'm not quite sure whether you can see clearly. 哇，太細咯，睇唔到。Anyway, I just want to see the overall picture first, okay? Wow. Okay. Just to see whether everybody got a group. Have I missed anybody? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. 睇先，逐個望下先。Number 23, are you here with surname QIU, YU? 睇下先係咪應該齊啦 Okay. It seems that one is missing. I haven't got any group. YU, QIU, are you here? All right. Okay, so let me see. Not 7 is a mistake. Okay. Any changes? Okay, I will scroll down slowly and then you can take a look. All right. And then the next one will decide whether you're happy with this or not. Okay, so I move on. You double check your so-called your group membership. Okay, any problem at this moment? If you have problem, you can type in the chat room, all right? And then now my second question is, under that situation with the group formation, there are variety, 3, 4, and 5. And do you happy with that, or especially somebody who got only 3 in the group, you think it's not fair? And then why somebody got 5? Okay, so I'll give you the freedom to choose first. And then also what I would like to mention is that for the group of 3, sometimes you got a dream team. And if you know, you have some alien, so-called alien, okay, somebody you don't know, you're not familiar with joining in, it might create you more trouble than the benefit. So now time for you to so-called appeal to see whether you are happy with all this. So I will give you freedom to choose. So happen naturally, you know, 4 in the group is normal, but some got 5 and some got 3. If this is what you prefer, no problem. All right. If people, especially in the group of 3, saying that no, I need a group of 4. So I will try to pick somebody from a group of 5 to a group of 3. If you complain, if you have no complaint, you're happy because you know you are good friend together. You don't want a 4th party joining in, and then yes, I will just leave it up to you. I will give you freedom first. So any problem, any objection for the time being? And I'm sorry, I didn't really read the chat room for everyone because I found that it might be difficult for me to locate. So you tell me the number will be easier. All right, sorry about that. And then we still have more difficult tasks to complete. So at this moment, okay, the surname with QIU, you just tell me you are here. So do you have any group friends want to have you to join them? Do you have any person, especially only got 3 in a group or something? Okay. So under that situation, a group of 3, 4. Let me see, 4, 4, 4. Okay, group 4. At this time here, I call you group 4. Okay, you got 3 in the group. Let me check. Also group 5. Group 6 got 4. 7 got 4. Group 8 got 3. Okay, so if my understanding is correct, there are 3 groups. I got only 3 members. So QIU, okay, you got the email address for them. If we can decide it now, no problem. If not, you can try to ask any of the group will take you as their group member. So can you do it now, or are all the group are mentioned with 3 members only? Are you willing to add YU in your group? Any responses? Okay, which group you belong to?
5.
5. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so let me save the file first. Okay, otherwise I lose everything. And of course, I assume everybody happy with what you have now, because this is what you propose. Later on, you fill in the group assessment form. All right, then but the next task, after you form the group, now we normally have a norm of 4, but because we got only 31 students here, so some group got 5 and another 2 group got 3. I presume that you're happy with this. All right, let me see what to do. And then the next task will be presentation schedule, talking about week. And then week 3 to week 10, we got 8 groups. Let me try to get paper first. Okay, to see whether we can work that out or not. All right, group. And later on, I will give you the alphabet, group A, B, C, D, E. In order not to confuse, that's why I now call you group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Okay, so turn on your microphone and tell me the number. So now, or see whether I can catch with the chat room. You can type group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, group, your group number, and then hyphen week something. Let me show you the sample in the chat room. So you can propose week, group 2, week 2. Week, not W-E-K-K, W-E-E-K. I put it wrongly, sorry. Hold on. Group 2, week 2. So this is a sample. Still typing mistake, sorry. And then to see whether we can work that out. All right, and then I will try to mark it down to see whether week 3 to week 10, any number from 3 to 10, not on the first come first serve. Okay, tentatively, group 2 want to week on week 5. Okay, move on. Group 4, they want to work in not week 2. We have presentation from week 3 to week 10. Week 3, okay, group for week 3. Okay, move on to see whether I can work that out, even though it will be a little bit messy, and that's why I prefer face-to-face. 3口6面講清楚最好，但係又唔得。Okay, so try to pick, discuss with your group member. Group 1, week 8. Okay. You may not be able to get what you want depending on the outcome, but tell me first, all right? Week 7, groups, group 7, week 6. Okay, good. And then group 3, 5, 6, and 8. Group 7, week 6. Group 1, week 8. Group 4, week 3. Group 2, week 5. Okay, yes. Group 5, week 7. Okay, go on to see. We have 3 groups left. Group 4, group 6, week 4. Group 6, week 4, which is good. Okay, so far so good. No problem, thank you. 3 and 8. Try to discuss with your groupmate. Week 9, week 9. Okay, and then group 8 will be week 10. Okay, now let me try to do it first. Okay, so this is what we have. Is that all right? Let me double check. Number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so far so good, I hope. Next task. Critique week. Once again, of course, if you are presenting in, let's say, for example, in week 9, you cannot do critique week 9. You cannot critique yourself. Okay, so once again, while one group is presenting, the other group will be doing the critique. which is you need to read the case, but not in that full detail. You challenge what they have done, whether they are doing the right thing or not, or something like this. Okay, so yes, another round of suggestions. Now, once again, you can use group dude hyphen weak dude for critique. Okay, hold on. Group 2, week 4. Let me try to do it. Group 2, week 4. Okay, yes. And group 1, week 5. Group 1, week 5. Hold on. Group 4, week 6. Group 4, week 6. Group 7, week 8. If I done type something wrong, let me know. Okay, so I need to catch up with what you have done. Group 2, week 4. Group 1, week 5. Group 4, week 6. Group 7, week 8. Group 6, week 7. Group 6, week 7. Group 3, week 10. So remaining 2 numbers. Week 5, week 4, week 10, week 6, week 7, week 8. Group 3, week 10. Three, 4, 5. So week 3 and 9. I think this is the remaining numbers. What about the group? Week 10. Okay, see whether we have input from group 5 and group 8. Okay, feel happy with all this schedule? Any objections? Happy. Okay, thank you. 6、7 group E。Okay, so because we have a lot of number going around week 3, week 4, 5, week 6, 7. So this is the tentative one now. People presented week 3, I'll call you group A. People presented week 4, I'll call you group B. All right, etc., etc. And then to let me know if I have some mistakes here. Let me see. Group A, group B, group C, group D, group E, F, G, H. Okay. Let me try to write it down first. give me a little bit time. Say 6, 10, 5, 4, 10, 6, 3, 7, 8, 9. Okay, something like this. At this moment, anybody have any objections? Okay, so under that situation, let me save the file first. Okay, I don't want to lose all information. Anyway, now, thank you, Jasper. Thank you. Okay, so all the group try to fill the group formation form with the members you have identified, and then just like the chat room, you also show the the student ID, and also at the bottom part at the presentation week. For example, Group A, in the bottom part on the left-hand side, you can fill in, week 3 presentation, week 6 critique, or something like this. Okay, so yes, try to do that. Okay, and then send the form to me so that I can cross-check all the membership together with your critique schedule. So if everything confirmed, and then I will send out the presentation schedule together with all the detailed requirement about the presentation requirement. So I hope it is clear to everybody. We have settled down the presentation group membership, presentation group week, and also presentation critique week or something like this. Okay, 暫時有冇問題? Any questions so far? I hope so far so good. All right. And then, yes, what you need to do after the class, you fill in the form with all the green item, the information, and send it to me. So this is what we have basically agreed with. Okay, so I will close this file, save this again. Hold on. Okay, so later on, this will appear, okay, group A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then your critique week will be also the group numbers or something like this. So I'll do that later on, all right? And then I'll send all this, the whole file to you so that you know all the rules of the game. Okay, I think we have done quite a good job so far. So we complete the first 5 items already. Okay, so we have spent quite a lot of time. Anyway, now break time. After the break, we will start lecture note number 1, chapter 1 lecture. And then if you, I don't know the style you are having, you can also read the lecture summary notes. Okay, so back 5 minutes later. Okay, at 7 minutes now, the time is which is 4:29. Back at 4:35. All right. I also need to get drink water, to drink some water. Okay, so 6 minutes break. Thank you. At the middle. Okay, so Jito style. I am the type of people that I want everybody to do a good job. As I mentioned earlier, no point for J2 to fail anybody. Okay, so if I fail you, I won't got promotion, I won't got salary increase, I won't be taller, I won't be handsome. 肥咗你，我唔會靚仔啲，我唔會高啲，我唔會有錢啲，我唔會加人工。No point for people to fail, for me to fail anybody. All right, and that's why I always welcome consultation. Consultation before it means that when you start your preparation for the presentation, let's say for week 3, you have 2 weeks time, and then my suggestions, okay, see, it's up to you. Maybe you say, hey, Jato, I really don't like you. You are rubbish. I don't want to talk to you. Fine, this is a choice, okay? And then probably if you prefer, if you want, read the case, and then you don't need to spend a lot of time yet, excuse me. And then after you read the case, have a basic understanding, and then you can make an appointment with me to make sure you are working on the right case. And also, you tell me what you plan to do. And then I can give you advice, say, oh, no, you are in the wrong direction. You misinterpret the question. And then I don't want to surprise you without coming to me after your presentation. And then I say, oh, sorry, I cannot pass you because number one, you may work on the wrong case, or you work in the right case, but you move in the wrong direction. Okay, so 2 scenarios. You are doing the wrong thing in the wrong way. You are doing the right thing, but in the wrong way. And I don't want to surprise you or fail anybody. So beforehand, you can consult me, but don't come empty-handed. You read the case, got the basic idea, so that we can talk about, yes, your direction is correct. So this is the first meeting. And even though, you want to ask for second meeting, so the second time you come, you may say, Jito, last time we talked about that. I know that I am now moving the right direction, so that I have prepared something. So before the presentation, I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing in the right way. And you try to do some sort of pre-presentation rehearsal so that you can do something, correct in your presentation. Because I can tell you, just last semester, somebody never come and consult me, and then they totally work in the wrong direction. This is problem number 1. And also, apart from that, they didn't even follow basic instruction. So that's why I say I will send out this. So as far as PowerPoint slide is concerned, there are a lot of requirements, all right? And then for presentation, there are also requirements talking about application of theory, creativity, interaction. So they didn't follow anything of these, and of course they fail. And then eventually they hate Jato, say Jato is a killer. But I myself think that I'm sort of innocent, simply because I always suggest people to consult me before. I don't want to surprise people after a presentation. Oh, sorry, I cannot pass you. You have done a poor job. All right, hurt situation, lose situation. You didn't got a passing grade. It hurts, and then you hate Jato. It also hurt. This is a lose situation, and that's why. Let me repeat once again. Jato is always here to help you. Jato is not here to hurt you. So you can consult me anytime. All right. And next week, I will elaborate all these PowerPoint slides. But for the time being, okay, so this is the most popular problem. Don't be a free rider. Don't be a deadline fighter. All right. So here, I also mentioned something you should not do during presentation. For example, no PowerPoint karaoke. Don't just come up and read. Okay, I don't need a reader. I need a presenter, something like this. So I will elaborate all these points in the next tutorial class. It means next week. But for the time being, you start doing your preparation about your week 3 presentation, especially people in week 3. And then, of course, week 4, week 5, week 6, you can, don't be a deadline fighter, you can prepare earlier. So I will elaborate all these in next week. But paper-wise, you can start doing your preparation, understanding the case or something like that. Okay? So all these will be elaborated next week. Now, I complete the major task. Now I will start my lecture. Okay, so let me change to another PowerPoint slide. Hold on. Okay, share screen. Give me a few seconds. Something wrong. Sorry. Give me a little bit time. Let me try to do that first. Hold on. Okay. Now I'm now sharing the summary notes, which is here. Okay. Lecture starts. Summary note. Okay. I presume that you are seeing the PDF file. If I'm correct, then which shows the chapter 1 introduction to entrepreneurship. Am I correct? I suppose yes. Thank you. All right. So let me tell you the mechanism. I provide summary note. Basically, it is catered for future midterm test and exam, but because of COVID-19, because we don't have face-to-face, we don't have midterm and final exam. But I think this is quite useful, especially in future when you communicate with me. So what does it mean? It means that each chapter, I will provide you a summary note. So for today, I have a total of 9 items to cover. Okay, a total of 9 items. And also, when you prepare for your presentation in future, okay, or even written report, I might use some sort of jargon. So the jargon is something like, let me show you. In future, okay, when I said that, you must include the FBI, you must include the PICT, and then don't ask me, Jito, what is meant by FBI, PICT? These are from the lecture notes, but I try to help you to understand better or to communicate easier. There may be a lot of abbreviation, something like this, all right? GMSAM, PEG, PICT, FBI. Of course, FBI is not Federation of Federal Bureau of Investigation, but it stands for some other meaning. Okay, so I hope summary note can help you organize the concept in a better way, in a systematic way. Okay, and this is how it works. So today, in the next 1 hour, I will start with some basic definition, introduction to entrepreneurship, and then tell you after the definition of entrepreneurship, what do entrepreneurs do? All right, and also the 3 reasons for becoming entrepreneur. And then in the survey, a lot of you are moving on the right track. Somebody say freedom. Somebody say I want to be my own boss. Okay. Somebody, let me see. Hold on. I forgot. Where am I here? Oops. Hold on. Let me, excuse me for a moment. Let me try to get it done. I think I lose the file. Hold on. Okay, yes, here comes again. So just now, I asked you to fill the questionnaire, which is part of my lecture notes. So why people want to start their business? And then, yes, a lot of you have say something correct. You fulfill your dream. Okay. Somebody say money. Somebody say I want freedom. Okay. I want to become an entrepreneur. And all these, fall into FBI, B, boss, something like this. Okay. And then you have your dream. You have your idea. And then, of course, money is one of the points that we would like to talk about. And then don't want to blame by the boss. And then invest in a unique industry, of more freedom, more control. So this is part of the lecture notes. And also one of the basic characteristics, I call it PICT. The PICT, the P is stand for passion, T tenacity. So people say persistency, persistent in pursuing the goal, communication skills, etc., etc. So all this will happen or will appear again. All right, so let's go back stop sharing this one. Now, let's start my lecture notes. So the summary notes provide you some basic information. So let's start. Hold on. Sharing. Okay, so I presume that you are now seeing the PowerPoint slide. Chapter 1, Introduction to Entrepreneurship. Okay, so let's start our boring journey now. Okay, so stay calm for this 1 hour. You may fall asleep or something like that. Anyway, so chapter 1, Introduction to Entrepreneurships. And as a basic introductions, from the summary note, you can see that we have 9 items, which are also just bits and pieces, a small title, a simple definition or something like that. So to start with, let me just tell you, so-called the entrepreneurial process. All right, so we got 4 stages. Number 1, I asked you whether you want to continue education, or you want to work for some company, or you want to start your own business. So after you graduate, 2 years later, 3 years later, you may say, okay, I think I want freedom. I don't want to listen to all the stupid bosses. So step number 1, you decided to operate your own business. And operate your own business, is it the same as entrepreneur? I will tell you no. All right, and then I will show some lecture notes to tell the differences. And then, okay, so hold on, let me do the recording. Okay, so stage 1, we are talking about you first of all take 1 step forward. 踏出第一步. I want to be a businessman, businesswoman. I want to be an entrepreneur. But you just say, I want to be an entrepreneur, and then you do nothing, doesn't help. And that's why stage number 2, after you have the idea or you want to be your own boss, you want to start a business. So you need to say, in that case, what should I do? So you will try to consider, you start your own business. What types of business? Somebody in the survey say a unique industry. You want to find something, maybe you can earn big money. So after you have the dream, you need to take action to make your dream come true. And that's why you develop your idea. After developing an idea, and then you just put the idea into action. You start your own firm. Okay, so start from nothing to establishing a firm. And then assume that you are successful, okay, in doing your business, which is good. Start from nothing, becoming a business operator, you got your own business. But that is not the end. After you become successful, you want to be sustainable. You want to keep on growing. And this is step number 4, managing and growing. Successful now, but doesn't mean you'll be successful in future. That's why you need to be 可持續發展, need to be sustainable, okay? So this is the overall concept. We will cover all these 4 stages in our courses here. Okay, so it means that from deciding to be an entrepreneur, and then you developing idea, and the idea is just idea. You need to take action. And that's why after you decided to operate your own business, and then you see what you should do, and you take it into action to put it in a firm, and hopefully after successful, you want to make it from successful to sustainable, 由成功至到可以長勝將軍持續發展 sustainability, something like this, okay? And then, of course, concept-wise, in your course online or in the textbook, you will see, yes, we cover stage 1, deciding, stage 2, developing. So we move on with different chapters. And then after that, you start your own firm, stage number 3. And also, after successful, you want to be sustainable. And then this part is to keep on going, to keep on with success. So this is the overall concept about this course. And then I suspect that quite a lot of you may say that, I have no choice. I don't like this course, but you know, I have no other alternative. Sorry to hear that, but I hope we try to make it interesting. I hope you can take home something. 最終都學到少少嘢. Sometimes something may be good if you really intended to operate your own business. All right. Okay. So we have a total of 9 items. You can tell from the summary notes, and then of course we try to explain the entrepreneurial process from developing. Just now you saw that. This is what I want to say. From developing, I'm sorry, from deciding to developing to managing to moving, etc. Okay, from deciding to developing to moving on, become successful, and then to managing growth. Okay, something like that. Okay. And of course, we try to also tell you the definition, a basic understanding. And then there are some sort of characteristic. Just now I mentioned a business firm might not be the same as an entrepreneurial firm. And you may say, hey, what is the differences? Of course, a few minutes later, you will know about it. And then item 1.4 is the one I have asked you to fill the questionnaire. What are the 3 reasons to become entrepreneur? And later on, when we communicate, which is FBI. Okay, so you will know what is meant by FBI later on. And apart from this, we also talking about how to be successful. You have also raised a very good point. And then by theory, I will put it into PICT. Okay, the PIC characteristic. And then you will know what's going on. And we also have 5 myths. And also the 3 types of firm. In the summary notes, I call it GMSAM. And this is just a way to help you to memorize. You might think, what is GMSAM? I don't like it. You might say SN Jam, okay, which is the same, all right? So if you like SM, and then, hey, SM I can easily memorize easier because I do it every day. Okay, go ahead. And then later on, the 3 types of firm for easy communication or understanding, I call it less. Of course, you are not lesbian, less or gay, but you know, you can just call it less or English as a second language. Okay, ESL, up to you. Whatever way you find it easier. And also at the last part, we are talking about as an entrepreneur, and then entrepreneur firm. Are they doing something good? Yes, they are doing something good for the economic conditions. They are doing something good for the society. Okay, so to repeat, the key concept here mainly focus on FBI, PICT, and then also SMGM or GMSAM. Okay, so these are the key concepts which I already indicate in the summary note for your better understanding. However, having mentioned all these, now I would like to add some more things. So for the next PowerPoint slide, you don't have it in your lecture notes. You can screen capture or you can mark it down, okay? But it will be useful for you to understand throughout the whole semester. Typing mistake. So we have 5 key elements for entrepreneurship. For the rest of the semester, we always focus on recall. So what does recall mean? Okay, so recall actually are the 3 main concepts you'll be learning. R, which is risk taking. Okay. And then I stand for innovative idea. C stand for creativities. O stand for opportunity. And R stand for resources. Okay, so at least in the next few class, I will keep on repeating recall, FBI, CITT, PICT, all those terminology, and then this is JTO style, okay, which is not in the original lecture notes or in the book, but I will just help you to understand the concept better. Okay, so now bear in mind talking about record. If you want to take a photo, a screen capture, or write it down, I would give you 20 seconds, 30 seconds to do that, and then I will move on. Okay, yes, let's move on. Okay, so recall. Let's start. Okay, so in your lecture notes, as a starting point, we are talking about definition. Okay, academic definition. Stevenson and Giroux. All right. So what they said is, entrepreneur is the process of individual pursuing opportunity. Okay, so somebody who want to start the business because you think this is a good opportunity for me to do something. All right, and then without regard to resources they are currently controlled. So from this definition, entrepreneur, you go through a process to start your dream, to pursue opportunity, to do something. Okay, so RICOR. Okay, so stupid Jato asked stupid question. I want you to awake to have interaction. Anybody can help me. Record. The first R stand for what? R stand for. Anybody can help me? Typing in the chat room. Thank you. Risk taking. And then I. The double I stand for what? Anybody can help? Innovative idea. RIC. C stand for. Thank you, creativity. Okay, which is good, lovely. Go ahead, and then RICO stand for opportunity, and then the last one is resources. All right, R stand for resources. Resources. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Log E. So opportunity, resources. So from the definition, you got these two terms. Entrepreneur is the process of pursuing opportunities, something like this. Okay, so let's move on. Hold on. Okay, and then there's an alternative view. Entrepreneur is turning an idea into business, an innovative idea. Okay, and also what do entrepreneurs do? So they try to integrate all the resources, and then they try to transform from deciding to developing. Okay, developing idea. Okay, so from this you can see already appear the first one, not the first one yet, later on. Okay, innovative idea, which is here, idea. And then they need to be creative, need to have some invention, some creativity, all right? And also they make use of the opportunity. So from page number 1, the PowerPoint slide, you already see most of the item here talking about recall. Okay, and let's move on. And you can also see that from the causal line, even in chapter 2, this is chapter 1. In chapter 2, we have the title of opportunity and ideas. 甚至乎一課專係講 opportunity 同埋 idea. So we'll talk about opportunity idea in the chapter 2, week 2 lecture. All right? Okay. Just now, I said that if your mom is operating a flower shop, if your father is operating a noodle shop, and you ask me, are they entrepreneur? And then for me, I will say no, they are not entrepreneur. They are just business operator. They are just businessmen, businesswoman, all right? Which to me, or by definition, business operator, I cannot classify them as entrepreneur because there are some differences. And that's why if after you graduate, you want to start your business, you sell stationery, 你開鋪頭賣文具, and then I will not say you are entrepreneur. You are just a businessman, a businesswoman selling stationery. And then, what is the difference? How can we differentiate? All right, so here comes the concept. The conceptualization of an entrepreneur. What types of business in a firm level? How can I differentiate why I operate a flower shop, a noodle shop, a stationery shop? I am not entrepreneur. Okay, you start business, but you are not really fitting into the category here. Simply because as an entrepreneur firm, we have a continuum in concept-wise. Okay, a continuum. And then Jato, what is mean by continuum? A continuum, you will see in the next PowerPoint slide, will be something like this, okay? From one extreme to another one, okay? A continuum. And then it also depending on the intensity, 嗰個強度. Intensity of what? Intensity of risk-taking, okay? So just now, we mentioned that you will see that later on, this one, okay? So the continuum. So in the continuum, what we said here, as a conservative firm, 好保守嘅, from here. And this is what I call a business firm. And then which is different from an entrepreneurial firm here. So why they are different? Because we are talking about the intensity of risk-taking. Okay, so let me move to the next PowerPoint slide. You will have a better understanding about the differences between a noodle shop, a stationery shop, flower shop from an entrepreneurial firm. Okay, so just now I've shown you this one. This is the continuum. Okay, and then this is the intensity. Intensity is the 強度, the strength. Would it be possible to take the attendance for me? Hold on. Okay, yes, Jasper, I will do that later on. Thank you. I could not take the attendance. Okay, yes, no problem. So, yes, I'm answering some chat room. Sorry about that. Okay, so sorry for sidetracking. And then, just now we have the definition about intensity. As I said, intensity is about the risk. So you can see from here. Intensity in the continuum, in one extreme, we have low risk, and the other one is a high risk. Okay, so your mom, your daddy is a business operator. They are not entrepreneur because when they operate a flower shop, operate a noodle shop, 賣車仔麵, something like this. Okay, so they cannot take risk. Risk averse because they have a lot of expenses. They need to pay you the school fee. Taking a bachelor degree might need to spend $200,000, 可能10萬、20萬讀嗰個 degree. And then also your mom, your parent need to pay the rent and also pay the utility bill, electricity bill, daily food. And that's why, no, I cannot take risk. Everything I cannot take risk. Okay, no risk. And then I will make everything safe. 穩陣陣, all right? Because they need to have a high level of expenses, and that's why everything is safe. 因為穩陣呢就係冇創意. Okay, because I have been doing that in the past 10 years. I don't want to do something new. I want to make sure in the past 10 years I'm doing a good job. I will keep on doing the good job. The good job means earning money. I cannot afford any risk. Because I need to pay your school fee, you as the son and daughter of your parent, etc. Pay the utility bill, pay the food, pay the rent, etc. Okay, and that's why it is different from an entrepreneurial firm. So entrepreneur firm, we must have recall, which is risk-taking, which is innovative idea. You always want to catch opportunity, try to make things creative, all right? So when you do something creative, there must be risk level, and that's why this is the differences. Normal firm, low risk, so you are somewhere here. If you are willing to take risk, the more risk you take, and then the more likely you tend to be an entrepreneur firm. You will be an entrepreneur. You are not exactly just a simple operator on here, not like just a simple business operator. So this is the difference. So now we said that this is recall. Okay. Okay. So this is about the entrepreneur firm. Now let's move to the second item, talking about the reason to become entrepreneur. Okay, so I have 3 alphabet. Can anybody recall what are the 3 alphabet when we talk about becoming entrepreneur in the lecture summary notes? Anybody can help me? Yes, FBI. Thank you, Jicheng. All right. Yes, FBI. So of course, FBI is not 聯邦調查局, okay, which is dude. Okay, so the dude is F, B, I. Okay, so I'll explain one by one, which you have everybody have done a good job in your survey. Okay, so as far as the FBI is concerned, FBI. So just now, everybody, some of you say that, yes, I want to pursue my dream, okay? And then people say, I don't want 9-to-5 office setting. I want something exciting. I want freedom. I want, of course, money, but money, I will talk about that, which is a little bit problematic, right? And that's why people who want to start their business for a lot of reasons, which are what you have mentioned in the survey, but according to Barringer, the author of the test poll, and then they just categorize into 3 major items. The first one is you want to be your own boss. Of course, behind to be your own boss, what you said is freedom, money, and then also to hate the regular work, 9-to-5, sitting in the office, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's why you prefer to start your own business, to be your own boss, because you have a lot of personal goal. You even have a professional goal to achieve, and that's why, yes, that's why I start my business. And then you start your business, whether you start a normal business or entrepreneur firm, depending on the intensity, recall. Okay, so this is the relationship. So FBI, now we finish B. Next one, I. Okay, so recall, you must have innovative idea. Okay, 你有創意就有風險, and that's why recall, one of the terms is called risk-taking. All right. Okay, and then somehow, let's say, for example, you finish your job, as you finish your degree, you work in accountancy firm, you work in some firm, I don't know, Japanese studies or translation, tourism company, whatever, okay, as a tour guide for, the Japanese tourists or whatever, all right? And then also you work in the finance field, so people from account, finance, and Japanese studies. And then you work for a company, and then you have a lot of idea. One day, you log on to your boss and tell your boss, hey, boss, I have a good idea. If you are talking about, I'm working for a Japanese firm as a tourist guide, whatever, I think we should have a new package tour to attract people, blah, blah, blah. I have a new investment package as a finance people, or go for auditing, you have a new method, whatever. And then you go into your boss room and you knock on the door. Boss, I want to share my idea with you, okay? And then because your company may be a well-established firm, they don't want to take risk, okay? Less innovative. They say, hey, come on, give me a break. You are only 21 years old. I don't trust you, okay? You are only a junior here. Get out of my room. Don't waste my time. Of course, you feel disappointed. You walk out of your boss room and you have the passion. You think your idea is very good and you want to do something, you want the freedom, you don't want to listen to your stupid boss. And that's why you submit a resignation letter. Hey, boss, 我而家炒你，我唔撈, okay? And because your boss is a stupid guy, okay, a seven head, just like Jito. And then because you have your own idea, your boss won't listen to you. And that's why, okay, let me become my own boss because I have a lot of good ideas. Then I become an entrepreneur. So you can see the interrelationship, all right? Now, the third item, FBI, talking about F. And in the survey, people will say money, 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 money. Okay, yes, true. The Chinese saying, 錢唔係萬能，冇錢就萬萬不能. Okay, money is not everything. But without money, you cannot do a lot of things. True. However, theoretically speaking, FBI financial reward. Want to be your own boss. You have your own innovative idea. So what we said here is, if you want to be an entrepreneur because of money, sorry, you have a wrong mindset. You may not be successful because if you purely want money and then you don't want to take risk, you just want to make everything safe. So you are not really an entrepreneur. And that's why, as an entrepreneur, this is only secondary to the first two reasons. It means that among the three FBI, F should be the lowest priority. And then it related to the next concept I will show you later, all right? So what we said here, yes, I said just now, money is not everything. Without money, you cannot do a lot of things. 錢唔係萬能，冇錢就萬萬不能. But if you want to be your own boss, if you want to start a business because you want to earn big money, true. And then you better to become a business operator, to do something safe. If you are doing something innovative idea, new, then you may fail. You may fail. You never know. And then that's why if you have the mindset, all I want is money, 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 money. Sorry, you are not suitable to become an entrepreneur because you may have a certain types of risk. Okay, so this is about FBI. All right. Okay. I know you feel boring, and then actually this is the third hour, and then I will show you another QR code for taking the attendance for a tutorial. Even though we have 3 hours, everything mixed together, but as far as the external checking is concerned, we're supposed to have lecture and tutorial. So I will give you another 5 minutes break, and also I will show you the QR code for tutorial. You need to take attendance again, all right? And Jasper, I will do it for you, don't worry, okay? And now I will take away this one for the time being and show you the QR code for tutorial so that you can do it, and also you can take a break. And when you come back from the break, we can spend the last half an hour to continue my boring lecture, all right? Okay, let's do it. Let me take away the PowerPoint slide, and then hold on. Let me try to get this first. Give me a few seconds, okay? And then also break time, okay? Okay, I suppose you see the QR code, and the password is for tutorial, which is 10874, which is different from previously 10873. Okay, so oh yes, thank you. You know, back in thing, and then so fast, very good. So you can take the attendance and then also you know, give yourself a drink. Thank you. Okay, yes, Ji Ching and Choi Yet. All right. And then after that, a few minutes later, we will continue the lecture. After FBI, we'll go for PICT. Okay, thank you, Jiang, Bonnie, and Wing Ting, etc. Ying Yo as something. Okay. Whew. Yes. So a lot of you have done that. I know I will take it away. Anyway, you can take a short break now. All right. And then I will spend the last hour to continue my lecture. Okay. Yes. Claudia, I will mark the attendance for you. And Jasper, also I have already marked the attendance for the tutorial for you. Okay, so I'm done. And Claudia, I will do it for you later on. Don't worry. Okay, let's go back to my lecture. Okay, and hold on. Now I presume that you are seeing. Let me see. Channel I can take TT1. I marked the attendance. Okay. Okay. So I'm just reading the chat room. All right. Anyway, from the lecture summary notes, I presume that you are seeing now. So you can see just now we finished the first 4 items. Definition. Item number 3, talking about a business operating firm and entrepreneur firm, depending on intensity. We have also finished FBI. Okay, want to be your own boss, to pursue your idea, and the last or the priority, the lowest priority is financial reward, which you should not put in a top priority because you need to involve risk. Okay, so in the next 10 minutes, I will talk about PICT. Okay, so they are interrelated with FBI, they are interrelated to RICO, and after that, at least I aim to also complete the GMSAP or SMGEM, right? So now I will be continuing with item 5 here. Okay, so the 4 characteristics of successful entrepreneur, which is PICT. Okay, so I try to make clear everything systematic for you to follow. Okay, so let's do the PowerPoint slide. Okay, so suppose back to the PowerPoint slide now. Okay, hold on, maybe something wrong. Let me see. Okay, so are you seeing the PowerPoint slide now? If not, let me know, okay? Because I might have a little bit difficult. I cannot take the attendance. Okay, yes, thank you. Okay, hold on, give me a few seconds because I don't want to miss anything. Channel EI, sorry, I cannot take the attendance, not available unless. Okay, whole when, let me see. I will need to mark it down because when I promise you, I want to make sure I have done that. Whole when, because in the chat room, what is your surname? People write privately to me, whole when. Let me check the name list. This is a long list. Hold on. Okay, whole when. Let me write down whole when. Okay, yes. No problem. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so after the FBI, and then as I said, you don't treat money as the top priority. Otherwise, it doesn't work as a successful entrepreneur. All right. Yes. Over. Thank you. All right. Okay. So let's take a look. Simply because, let me go back to here. Boss. All right. So if you purely for the purpose of money, and in case you fail, and then you're going to die and you commit suicide, for example, oh my goodness, in my bachelor degree, I work part-time as a part-time tutor. I work at 7-Eleven, and then I try to save some money. End up, I got good idea, and I save $100,000 to start my business. But so sad, too bad. It failed. Okay, all my sweat money, 我啲血汗錢冇晒，and 老婆本棺材本冇晒 let me die, and then you commit suicide. Sorry, and then that's why you know, it is not very good. Your mindset is not suitable to become an entrepreneur. Okay, and that's why FBI money is important, but you need to really reconsider if you really purely working for money. And then how come? What is the reason behind? And then now come to the next PowerPoint slide, which we talk about PICT. And this is what the question 3 in the in the survey I asked you about. People say a lot of good points. Of course, the skills-wise, management skills, planning skills, etc. They are important. And then for the author here, what they said is there are 4 basic characteristics, which I call it PICT, the PIC characteristic. So the PIC characteristic are P, passion, and then I, like a GY, intelligence, C, customer focus, and T, tenacity despite failure. Okay, so let me just simply explain all these to you. PICT, okay, passion, I, execution, intelligence, customer focus for C, and T, tenacity. And once again, they are very interrelated. So let's take a look. First of all, passion for the business. May I emphasize here the passion? Don't just misunderstood, misinterpret the passion. You can have passion for money. For boys, you can have passion for girls. For girls, you can have passion for boys. Okay, so there can be a lot of passion. But when we talk about entrepreneurship, the passion is passion for business. All right, and of course, everybody want money, but we are not talking about, well, I really have the passion because I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a rich man, the most richest man in the world. And then this is not what we require here. All right. So passion for the business, it means that you want to have something, that something can really make people's life easier, positively influence people's life. You have some business which can help people. All right, this is the passion, means passion for the business, not passion for money. And also talking about PICT. So the C stands for customer focus. As far as the customer focus is concerned, or product focus, okay, and then which is totally related to this one. Okay, so because your passion for the business, you want to make people's life easy. People are your customer, and that's why you want to do something to help your customer. You must be customer focused. Try to look at the the function from the customer point of view. You want to do something to help the customer, to make their life easier, to influence their life positively. Okay, and that's why you can see PICT, but they are interrelated. All right, and then you must do something at heart. 用心製造 everything from the bottom of your heart to help people, to make people's life easier, and then yes, you will be successful. Okay, so we have P and C. What about I and T? Okay, tenacity despite failure. And this is exactly, quite a lot of you in the survey, you said that persistency. Persistency is something like perseverance, 好堅毅不屈, all right? And then if you fall down, if you fail, and then you stand up and walk again. That's why it related to FBI. Just now I mentioned FBI. So if I want money, and in case I work hard during my study, part-time job, and I lose all money, and then you go and commit suicide. Okay, 血汗錢10萬蚊唔見晒，我走去自殺死咗佢好過。And then you are not having a high level of tenacity. A high tenacity means that if because you are an entrepreneur, which is R. Okay, question time again. 好長氣，問一次。第一個 R stand for 咩話？ What is the first R stand for? Can anybody recall? Yes, risk-taking. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. All right. And that's why your idea is innovative. You need to take risk. And then in case you fail, quite a high failure rate. And then, oh, I fail. I lose money. Let me die. And then, you will never become successful because you are already a dead man, a dead woman. Okay. And that's why you can see recall FBI and PICT, everything, the concept are very closely connected, interrelated with each other. Okay, so tenacity despite failure means that you should have persistency, the perseverance, and then if you fail, don't worry, you are still just 21, 22 years old. Even though you lose, $100,000, but you still can earn 18年後一條好漢. And then if you have that kind of perseverance, tenacity, and then yes, in future, eventually you will be successful. Simply because at the very basic, if you are entrepreneur, you really try to be creative and innovative idea, and then it may fail. You never know, but don't just upset. Feel very frustrated. You feel frustrated is normal, but don't up to the stage that you want to kill yourself. All right. Okay. So we also have PICT, and the last one is intelligence. All right. And basically, I myself can tell you that Jato is a 7 head. Okay, Jato is stupid. I really don't have the talent, the DNA to be an entrepreneur. Even though you say, hey, Jato, you don't have the talent, but you are teaching entrepreneurship. Okay, this is the assignment by the college, not me. All right. Anyway, what I want to say is, I know that I am too, stupid to start a business, because even though I have good idea, but I don't have the DNA to carry out my idea in a bright way. Okay, some people are smart. They have good idea, and then they can operate well, get along well, and then with a very good tactical method. 有一個好嘅戰略. Okay, so that's why to be successful, you must have passion for the business, passion to make people's life easier, which you make the customer oriented, customer focused. And of course, in case you fail, you must have tenacity, and also you must execute your idea. 你嘅執行能力都要有咁嘅智慧. You should have the execution intelligence. All right. So this is somehow related when you look back what you have filled in your pre-survey, and then yes, you do mention about PICT, you do mention about FBI, and then that's why I say I'm happy with your input. You are moving in the right direction, and then you have a good potential to become an entrepreneur. And as far as the characteristic is concerned, of course, this is part of the story. What you have mentioned about good skills in terms of financial management, managing people, communication, IT skills, yes, they are also related, important. But theory-wise, Branch and Iron, the two author, they focus on PICT. Okay. All right. So maybe I will just spend the next 10 minutes to complete the next topic, and then I will let you go, even though I'm a little bit overrun. All right. So after the FBI, after the PICT, oops, where am I? Okay, FBI, after PICT, and also at the beginning, we have recall, risk-taking, innovative idea, creativity, opportunity, and resources. So we go to the next topic. The next topic is about some sort of myths. Okay, what is myths? 係迷思. All right. So a lot of people have misunderstanding about what entrepreneurs are, even though some of the items I don't quite agree, but this is what they said. Okay, so we are talking about the 5 big myths. So it's up to you how you memorize. You can call it GM Sam. All right, or just now I said, yes, you can go for SM, which you do it every day, maybe. Okay, and jam, something like the SM jam. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, 大迷思. The first one, a lot of people think that, wow, entrepreneur is a new term. Actually, not new. Okay, 新㗎啦. And then I think entrepreneur, they must be born, not made. Okay, 係與生俱來嘅. All right, 天生嘅. they cannot be made， 唔可以教出嚟嘅。Actually, that is wrong. All right. So what we said here, people always think that with the myths, saying that, hey, excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. And actually, I partly agree with this. Okay, so what they said is people think that an entrepreneur, you cannot make it. Okay, they are always born. They are genetically disposed. Just now I also mentioned that J-toe is a 7 head. I cannot be qualified because DNA wise, I think I am really extremely stupid. All right, but if I want, I still can be entrepreneur. It can be made if I attend a lot of courses talking about how to become an entrepreneur, or just like what this course is, and then eventually you can be also successful. So that no one is born to be an entrepreneur, even though at the beginning you are not very good at that, but it can be educated. They can give you a lot of bright idea, theory, and also in this course, you need to go for a business plan with a creative product idea. So it might inspire you and end up you can be an entrepreneur after you graduate. Because hey, when I was in the university, I got a course it's called Entrepreneur, which inspired me, and then that's why they are not really only born, but they can be made. All right, and then because it depends on your how you bring up, okay, 你嘅生長成長過程 your environment, your life experience, your parent, your peer, and your personal choice. So even though when you're born, it's not really a good entrepreneur without the DNA, but it can be made, right? So this is the first myth. Okay, what about the second one? And not second one yet. Okay, so what about all those characteristics? So basically, as an entrepreneur, you need to have some sort of record. This is what I said just now. For example, you need to make good use of the resources, which is here. Okay, and then you must be creative, which is here. Okay, and then also you must be have a high level of perseverance, tenacity despite failure. Tenacity. Okay, and of course there are a lot of things which here you need to be alert. 你要對周圍嘅環境好熟悉 not 熟悉 you familiar, you alert with a high sensitivity, what we call entrepreneurial alert. 你嘅 entrepreneurship alertness, all right, 你嘅意識危機感 not 危機機會感 something like this. Okay, so of course creative is also just innovative, blah blah blah, and also you are a risk taker. Okay, you have good idea, etc., etc. And that's why you can see for a successful entrepreneur, and then there should be some sort of common characteristic. You are willing to take risk, you have a good communication skills, persuading people. This is what you have mentioned in the survey. Okay, and then you have execution intelligence. You can promote your product. All right, always know how to sell your product. You need to have a good initiative, and then you can tolerate ambiguity. All right, something is not clear, but you can do a very good interpretation on that. You must be optimistic. You have a social network. We will cover that in the next few chapters. All right, in chapter 2. 有自信啦, self-confident. And then 決策能力高 execution intelligence. You must be energetic. Okay, so this one will be coming up in the next few PowerPoint slides. Okay, something like that. All right. So a good ethical, 一定要道德操守好啦. And then you have a long vision. Okay, you can see a longer time frame. So these are the characteristics. So what I want to say is they are not born. Okay, they can be made. But basically, these are the characteristics. Okay. So what about the second one? The second one is because of risk taking, and people always think that you take risk, it means that you are gambler. All right， 你有風險啊嘛，即係你中意賭啦，賭你條命啦，賭你啲錢啦，you know everything is gamble, but sorry, not true. Okay, people think that if I work for some company, they are very structured, very safe. I work 9 to 5, but you don't have freedom. And then that's why if you work as an entrepreneur, it means that you don't like that kind of structured lifestyle. And then in that case, I will call you a gambler. 你將你自己嘅前途攞出嚟賭喎，sorry, not that way. Okay, entrepreneur is not a gambler. You take risk, but you are only a moderate risk taker. Okay, you will not say I will risk my life to get something done. Not that way, but you have the mindset of risk taking. You are willing to accept challenging goal. All right, so a challenging goal does not mean that is people often equated 將佢畫成等號。No, you take up challenge. You take a little bit risk, only 好中庸, not a very high risk. Okay, so something like this, and that's why entrepreneur is not a gambler. Okay, next one. And also related to what we said earlier, okay, entrepreneurs are mainly primarily motivated by money. 你啲 entrepreneur 唔係為錢 ，sorry, no. FPI, financial is only the lowest priority, secondary to boss and innovative idea. Okay, so people naive to think that people want to be an entrepreneur because they want money. Okay, yes, money is important. Okay, I repeat for several times, but they are not the top priority. Okay, if you really work for money, you are not entrepreneur. So entrepreneur are not motivated primarily by money， 唔係真係為咗錢去做任何嘢。Okay. Okay, so for item 4, myth number 4, this is what I think, only partly true. Okay, so entrepreneur must be young, not necessary. Old people can be also entrepreneur so long as you have record, right? But you must be energetic. Yes, I agree. Okay, if you are 人老心老, sorry, you cannot be successful. But 人老心境年輕, so you have a good mindset, you are energetic, and then it can be good. So not necessary. An entrepreneur must be only 20 years old and must be energetic. I agree part of it. You must be energetic, but not necessary to be young. All right? And because old people, they still can have good creative idea, innovative idea. All right, because you may have a more life experience, you are mature, you still can be a successful entrepreneur. Okay, so this is item 4. Okay, and also some people think that entrepreneur, they always want to show off, okay, a flamboyance, all right, because people may think in the past, just for example, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, Apple, they are very high profile, all right? They start something new, of course. 雖然而家個個都係 Signal VV VV whatever, okay? Anyway, so all these big company, you will see that yes, they are so high profile, and that's why I conclude that entrepreneur must love the spotlight, want to catch the attention. Actually, not true. There are a lot of successful entrepreneurs. They are rather low profile, something like that. Okay, so this is about the myths, something like this. Okay, so of course we haven't finished chapter 1. You have 3 hours, which is tolerate enough. So what we said just now is about SM. SM Jam, all right, which S spotlight. And then also, you know, let me try to do it. Ah, yeah. Okay, hold on. And discard. Give me a few seconds before I let you go. Hold on. Don't save. Okay, so what I want to show you again here is the summary notes. Hold on. Okay, so just now, we finished talking about FBI, PICT, and also they are made M, money, and other M, spotlight, gambler, and also energetic. So SM, GEM or GM SAM. So we finish FBI, we finish PICT, we finish GM SAM. Okay, so when we come back next week for week number 2, I will tell you more about the requirement for presentation in details. And then in the meantime, I will send out the file and also finish chapter 1 and start chapter 2. So I think you have enough tolerate me for 3 hours. Thank you so much. Basically today, Yun. Thank you. All right. So if your question, stay behind and ask me. If not, thank you for your patience. And then see you next week then. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Lottie. Thank you, Chi. Yes, very good. Very interactive. Thank you, Jasper. And then waiting. Okay, thanks everybody. Drew, Alan, Bonnie, thank you. So see you next week. If you have a problem, always come and contact me, Wing Yen and Yen Ting. Yes, Judy. Bye-bye and have a nice evening.